You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey Days fans, I have got your weekly prediction edition. Chad and Kat are going to get close, and Sarah's finally going to get her super serum. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt. And I've got predictions for Kristen and Sarah, for Chad and Kat, for Joy and Leo, for Rafe and Jada, and for EJ and Gabby. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, please press that button. And as always, our predictions are based on recent episodes, the promos, and official NBC Peacock spoilers. So let's get started. Our first prediction, Kristen is forced to hand Sarah that serum. So Kristen's been lying to Brady's face about giving Sarah the cure for her paralysis. He found out Friday and continues his argument with Kristen on Monday, November the 11th. Brady is going to hit Kristen where it hurts with an ultimatum about their relationship. I mean, they don't really have one, but Kristen wants one, you know, and Brady is not going to entertain anything, any possibility of any future unless Kristen does the right thing. Not that Kristen knows a whole lot about what the right thing is or doing it, but if it's a choice of Brady only showing up to pick up Rachel and basically never talking to her, or her giving that serum to Sarah, I think Kristen will, especially because Philip has blocked Xander's efforts to give her Titan anyway. Because also on Monday, the 11th, Xander is still trying to get Titan to hand to her to get that serum, and he demands that Kate make Philip back off, but that may not be needed because of what Brady does. By Friday the 15th, spoilers say Sarah faces new challenges in her recovery, and Xander is at her side. And since she was kind of status quo and not recovering, them using the word recovery has me thinking that by the end of the week, she may have that serum. Our second prediction, Chad DiMera gets closer to Cat Greene. So Kat has confessed to Chad that she has real feelings for him, but he's been so furious, you know, when she told him about her lying and getting up his hopes that his precious Abigail was alive, that he couldn't even see straight. He couldn't even look at her. But Clyde made it pretty clear to Chad that Abigail is really dead and gone, and he's got her body or has got it stored somewhere. And in an interview from Day of Days, actor Billy Flynn shared his frustration that the replacement writers during the strike and Ron Carlivati all refused to consider resurrecting Abigail, and he's kind of frustrated with some of the writing, even though he really likes working with AnnaLynne McCord. So Abigail is dead, or at least dead for a good long while, and maybe for good, because they've promised less science fiction kind of stuff. That was Ken Corday's sort of insult about the writing. So we may or may not ever get back Abby, but that opens the door for Chad to explore a new romance. But would he actually fall for con woman Cat Greene? Maybe. I mean, she's not really a con woman. It's not like she was trying to bilk Chad out of money for selfish reasons or to line her pockets. Cat was trying to save her mother's life. So on Monday the 11th, spoilers see Chad pressuring EJ to drop the charges against Kat because of whatever Clyde has asked him to do so that he can get Abigail's body. Tuesday the 12th, Chad is conspiring with Kat and tells her how he plans to trick Clyde. Thursday the 14th, JJ is upset and wants to know why Chad would ever trust Kat. And I just have to wonder if trust is going to turn to more between Chad and Kat once this drama with Clyde is done. Maybe. Our third prediction, are Joy Wesley and Leo Stark going to start a war at work? So Joy Wesley is off to a really weird start in Salem. She landed a soap role, but she slept with the director, Johnny, while he thought his wife, Chanel, was cheating. She wasn't, and now Joy has got to work with the wife she helped him betray, which is pretty bad. Even worse, by Wednesday the 13th, Johnny decides he wants to come clean to Chanel because the guilt is eating him alive, but Joy really doesn't want that to happen because it's going to make her work life hell. Plus, she really wouldn't have slept with Johnny if she didn't think Chanel was cheating. So complicating all this is that on Tuesday the 12th, Joy is stunned to figure out just how close of a tie she has to her co-worker, Leo Stark. Remember, her daddy, Craig Wesley, was cheating on her mom, Nancy, with Leo. And Joy's dad almost married Leo. The only thing that stopped it was his other husband, Jackie Cox. So it's just all very messy and soapy. Joy is not going to like that she is working with the man that was cheating with her dad behind her mom's back. But if Leo finds out Joy slept with Johnny, then he's going to have some dirt on her. And that means he can tell her to play nice or he'll tell the truth to Chanel. So this could all get really twisted really fast. And I wonder if Leo and Joy will ever learn to tolerate each other at work, or if she'll despise him as long as she's got to work every day and look at him. This could be a real war in the workplace. And I mean, to be fair to Leo, he was only part of the problem. The real issue was that Craig was gay and was lying to her mother and didn't want to admit it. There was a lot of reasons why, but it was very hurtful to the whole family. All right, our fourth prediction. Rafe wants Jada to keep the boss job. So last week, Rafe and Jada got engaged, and he's still not back to himself. I don't think he's actually back on duty yet. He is out of his coma where he was for quite a while. He's doing physical therapy, but he's still in the process of healing, and she remains the acting police commissioner. She's got his job. So on Wednesday the 13th, Paulina reveals some news that surprises Jada and Rafe. Maybe it's about the commissioner job. And on Thursday the 14th, Rafe and Jada deal with a challenging situation. So I wonder if it's going to be a thing where he's coming back to duty and Paulina's like, you know, do you want the job back? Do you not want the job back? And at one point I remember, I'm trying to remember the circumstance, but I remember Rafe actually suggesting Jada for the job. This was, gosh, it's been at least a year ago. But I think Rafe is going to suggest that Jada keep it. That's my prediction. All right, my fifth and final prediction. EJ is going to push back hard on Gabby when she plays the blame game with him. So on Tuesday the 12th, Gabby is heaping blame on EJ for the end of her marriage to Stefan. So she's done it once. She's going to do it again. That letter that Vivian forged, you know, has Stefan saying that her sleeping with EJ is the reason that their marriage is over, that he just couldn't get past the betrayal, you know, terrible brother, terrible wife, all that. So she has signed the divorce papers. She really believes all this. And of course, he's been packed off to Alemania because they wrote him out. And I miss Brendan Barash. Spoilers for Wednesday the 13th have JJ getting between Gabby and EJ. So I think they're going to be arguing. I think it's going to get really heated, and I think she's going to say this is all your fault, and I think EJ's going to say it's your own fault for crawling into my bed. I did not ask you to be there. I didn't initiate this. If you can't control yourself, that's your problem. You ruined your own marriage. You know, everything spirals up. It gets heated, and JJ gets in between them, and that's going to be the start of her getting involved, you know, with her ex. And just by the way, I did misspeak on a recent video. I referred to him as her ex-fiancé instead of her ex-boyfriend. I had just been looking at some older notes about Philip and Stephanie's past because they were engaged, and looking at their breakup, and I have my mental wires crossed. So thank you to those of you who commented. You are 100% right. I have my wires crossed. Yeah, that's my fifth and final prediction.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.